You feel me?
Yeah.
Because all the Dirty Birdy shit is just me is a 5-year-old black kid that didn't get no therapy for the trauma and shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
Nigga just trauma bonding with the music and shit. You know what I mean? It just spitting shit that I probably should have talked to somebody about, but didn't know how to manage that shit. So
that resonates with me.
Yeah.
I'm big boned. I'm heavy structured. I'm hung low. If I pull my shit out, this whole room get dark.
I'ma talk my shit. Fat finger, let me talk my shit. Damn right I'm gon' talk my shit. I.E. in this bitch love. Never resting on my laurels. The definition of a core when they start questioning your morals. The decapitate.
Talk your shit.
So, for me, specifically, this is a very, very, very dope talk your shit. This is like a highlight for me because this man to the left of me is a legend. And when you think of somebody that can spit these fucking syllables and the lyrics that he comes up with, and I remember being in the DIY cipher, and there's a video on YouTube. If you see it, I'm staring at him rap, and it's in disbelief, like, and every dude in the room is looking at him in disbelief, like, how the fuck is he coming up with this shit? Like, and I can say wholeheartedly with every rapper that I know, we all look at you with respect. We all look at you and just think, damn, that's what we want to be like. And that can go from to any level of this shit. Like, you are a legend. And every time I get the opportunity to hear you spit, I'm just like, this is fucking crazy. Even last night when I was just coming up with the questions, I was like, Dirty Birdy, I have to be here in person. This is crazy. So, ladies and gentlemen, give a wholehearted welcome to a legend, not just the IE legend, but a legend, period. We give to y'all Dirty Birdy.
Yay!
Tweet. Thank you for that, man.
It comes from the
Like
bottom
an
of my
old
heart,
nigga
man.
cry up here, homie. Goddamn.
I mean it from the bottom of my heart because
Thank you, bro.
if you know what you mean to us, bro, like, you're dope.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate the hell out of that.
Yeah. So how are you doing this morning?
Man, I'm doing better than some, worse than a few, but blessed overall, homie.
I feel that. So I guess we'll get into the shenanigans of shenanigans.
Yes, sir.
When did you first know that you wanted to rap?
When did I first know I wanted to rap? So I used to get in trouble a lot. So I'd be on punishment a lot when I was a little nigga. And I always was a big music guy. Always. So I didn't really get toys for birthdays and Christmases. I got albums and tapes. And so I've been like since like 3-4 years old, I've been like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's really, really in me. Like, I could easily been a DJ. I'll show you all my collection, my record collection, tape collection, CD. I got terabytes and terabytes of music. I'm truly obsessed with this shit, right? So I've always been very good at English. And so consequently, I used to write, poems and poetry and all this shit a lot, man. And I got my first beat machine when I was 12. So I started making beats, and I would make a beat every day before I went to school, before junior high school, every day. And one day I wrote how I started rapping. I was probably like 13, 14. And Lottie Dottie was out by Slick Rick and Dougie Fresh. And at school, somebody was doing, we pair up and I'll be the beatbox and the nigga spit the rap.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because I'm such a music person, I'm a lyric person. So the nigga was up there fucking the lyrics up. And so one thing you're not supposed to do now, I know this as a man, right?
Right.
You correct the homie to the side. You don't correct him in front of women and shit like that. You feel me? But shit, 9th grade career, nigga, I was like, hey, nigga, you fucking the words up. So I embarrassed the nigga. So the nigga say, well, you spit him. Well, me being who I am, I spit that shit all the way through. The way people reacted to me spitting that shit made me feel like it was my shit. So I went home and I wrote a rap to one of my beats that I would make each morning. And I called my homegirl Renee up and I spit it for her. and she was like going crazy, and she called the homegirl Sissy up on three-way. I was on three-way with Papa. And I spit it for Sissy. Spit it for Sissy. I spit it for Sissy. The next thing you know, it's a trail of motherfuckers on the phone. I'm spitting this same stupid rap over and over, and everybody was just acting like it was the best fucking thing. So from there, I just started rapping. I started writing, every fucking day. And probably like 13, 14 years old. Yeah.
That's
That's
crazy.
nuts. That's
yeah.
a viral moment.
Yeah.
Like-
Seriously.
Man.
When did you know and then it clicked that you were that dope with the pen lyrically? Like when it just clicked, like I'm nice.
I don't know that I ever felt like that.
Really?
I always felt like, because I love comedy and I love music and lyricism, I used to try to make myself laugh or say shit that if I heard somebody else say it, I would think it was dope.
Yeah.
You feel me? But I
Yeah.
never was like, oh, I'm this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've never felt like that to this day.
That's dope.
Damn, that's
So,
good.
yeah.
So what advice would you give to the upcoming artists that wish they can do the same things that you do or just trying to get on the path?
So sidebar, I wouldn't tell somebody to do what I did because I didn't do it right for what the gift God gave me. I didn't do what I was supposed to do. I put a toe in and a toe out.
Right.
And that's why you know who I am. You ain't even supposed to know me personally if I would have did what I was supposed to do.
Gotcha.
So I would tell somebody who thinks they want to do it to take themselves very, very serious, right? To take themselves very, very serious, do it every day, all day, breathe it, freestyle it, want it really, really fucking bad. But then it's a matter of what you're doing it for. Are you doing it so you can get instant gratification from your peers because, you're comparing them to who you guys collectively listen to and think is great?
Mhm.
Or are you doing it because you want to do it on a grandstand in front of the world and show everybody your version of your interpretation of your shit, right? So first, you have to know what you're doing it for, right? And if you're doing it for the latter, then you have to take it very fucking serious. You know what I mean? Because it requires a degree and a measure of selfishness that a lot of people aren't prepared to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To do. So I made kids early. You know what I mean? So when you make kids early, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you worth a fraction of a fuck, you're going to do what you're supposed to do
Yeah.
as a parent, right? So I'm partially working a job. I'm partially, you know what I mean? Doing my shit. I've had like 4 record deals in my life. So we can get into all that later, but that's what I would tell them. Take yourself very serious. Do it every fucking day. You know what I mean? Don't fuck around. Be selfish. Be serious. But it's going to require you to do something that might compromise your integrity if you really want to go through a certain door. And I wasn't willing to do that. No disrespect to anybody else that was, but I wasn't willing to go to those parties and meet with those guys, and I wasn't willing to do that.
I feel that one. So as a parent, what challenges were brought to you when trying to complete projects and passions that you were trying to follow?
Making sure that my kid's mom didn't feel like it was just her by herself. So I was having to make sure that I made sure my kids wasn't made to feel like I was made to feel when I was a little nigga. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I spent a great deal of time feeling so sorry for him because it was like, oh, you little helpless fuck. I got to teach you how to walk and talk and, you know what I mean? Show you what shit is and show you how to navigate through life. And my father didn't do that for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? He was truly like, fuck you. And none of my stepdads, nobody wanted to be my fucking dad. And so I made sure that none of my kids felt like that.
Des, stop.
That was. I mean,
You
shut
right.
up.
You right.
That was. I mean,
Hey,
She right.
I might be being a little too transparent, but that's the truth.
No, talk your shit.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah,
like
talk
that.
your
How
shit.
you
That's
just
the- yeah.
Talk your
you
shit.
spoke honesty there.
yeah,
too, 'cause
definitely honest.
I do be telling my kids like in my head, shut up.
Because they don't know, right? They're just trying to, you know what I mean?
If I'm being honest, I relate to everything you just said. I relate to that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
'Cause
I love the shit out of
Yeah.
my fucking kids. I mean, they're grown now. You know what I mean? All my children ain't children no more.
Yeah.
But I still baby the fuck out of
Yeah.
them. I still baby the fuck out of them. You
Uh-huh.
know what I mean? Like, for real. sons and all.
So what is the craziest story that you could share as your time as an artist?
The craziest story? Shit, I got a lot of goddamn stories, boy. I mean, we done had to almost fight the whole club. I remember one time I went to, damn, I got a couple fucking stories. I used to be signed to this gangster rap label called Mob Style.
Mhm.
And in 94, 93, cusp of 94, I fly out to New Orleans. We're going to do a show at a spot called Whispers. The thing about being signed to gangster niggas, they're going to do what the fuck they want to do, right? I'm a B-boy. I'm a hip-hopper, right? But, you know, I'm from the Jacks. I'm from West Side Dino, you know? So I'm familiar like a motherfucker, very. And I'm not going to gangbang, but when it comes to banging my name for my kids, my family, my friend, I'll bang that.
Mhm.
And you'll see what kind of man I am like that. But being signed to these brothers was with the shit. So I don't know how the fuck they got them guns on that plane.
Oh.
I don't know how they got them guns on that goddamn plane. These niggas brought guns and got to New Orleans and bought Deuce, goddamn me. You know how they had the 40-ounce bottle. Back in the day, in the early 90s, we had the Deuce, right? Deuce, malt liquor. These motherfuckers snuck in St. Ides, goddamn me, OE, you understand me, Mickey, you understand? I don't know how they got all this shit in the club. Anyway, they was in there selling Zimas and shit. They wasn't even selling malt liquor in the goddamn club. Right.
I ain't heard that in.
Man, them son of a bitches found out we had that shit up in there, man. They asked them to put it away once. They asked them twice. They asked them more than beans and rice. Took us all in the motherfucking corner and shit, and we fought. They kicked us out physically, beat our asses out that goddamn club.
Fuck.
I ain't bullshitting.
Damn.
Right. A nigga, I didn't bring none, right? But I'm with these niggas, and if I'm with you, goddamn it. Fuck it. They beat your ass, they got to beat mine. And they did. They beat our asses all the way out that goddamn fucking club, man. Yeah. That was one of the craziest. Same shit happened in Hawaii, but we almost had to fight the whole club.
Yeah, and you're on an island. You're stuck.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And they was brawling us to death. Hey, brah. I said, God, dog. Ain't my fault that little Hawaiian girl liked it how I said what I said. That motherfucker was ready to risk it all over that little Hawaiian girl.
You said Mickey's remind me of my dad. My dad used to drink Mickey's like a motherfucker.
Yeah, Mickey's Big Mouth or the 40?
The 40.
Oh yeah.
And he was cool with the guy at the corner store. So every time I would be over there, he'd be like, "Man, go down there, give him this." He go and then come right back. Like,
Right.
nigga, why am I going to get your 40?
Yeah, straight to it. Front door service. Pop had curb service back then. Yeah, man.
That nigga used to drink Mickey's and Hennessy.
Like a motherfucker.
Oh.
I don't even want to go through the range of drinks niggas has been drinking over the years.
Shit.
Ridiculous.
Those were my days. Mickey's, yeah.
So
In the green bottle.
Yeah.
In the green. Yeah.
We started with the big mouths, the
Yeah.
little ones, the big mouths. We found out they had the 40s. Good God Almighty.
Yeah.
So you
Good
said
God
you were
Almighty.
signed to 4 different labels?
Yeah. That deal I just mentioned, being signed to the gangster rap label Mob Style Records, that was my very first record deal.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to OG Fresh, rest in peace, Gangsta Bub. You know what I mean? Brothers from Rubendale, they had a label, and they had a group. They had a group called New Breed of Hustlers.
Mm-hmm.
And them brothers was putting up some big numbers, and like Warner and different motherfuckers was knocking at them niggas' door. And they didn't never sign with them and shit. They wanted to stay independent, but some shit ended up happening, and you know, it's history. But shout out to Silky. Rest in peace to Baby Cass, Lil Cass. Yep. And then from there, my cousin and I got a record deal with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. We were on Perspective Records. That was dope just to be able to say it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The project got shelved because we was on there talking about burning hell and goddamn me. We was on there talking crazy to be 23 and 24 years old. So it's a funny story about that. That record ended up getting shelved. And fast forward 2022, it was myself, Sly Boogie, and DJ KMP. DJ KMP is E40's DJ right now. So fast forward to 2022, DJ KMP called me like, Bird, it's a German company want to put out the fucking Black Spook album. I was like, word? I said, nigga, it ain't bread? You understand? They just gonna put the shit out, niggas. You understand? Can we get a couple dollars? He was like, yeah, get a couple dollars. And he was like, they're gonna put out albums, cassettes, and CDs. I was like, no shit. He said, yeah.
2022?
Yeah, 2022.
And they put the
So,
cassette, yeah.
Yeah,
2023, sure as shit.
They did it.
It's fucking A.
Oh,
I
what's
got
up?
2-3 albums, copies that I done gave out several. Cassettes, nigga, CDs.
Damn.
Yeah. I got a CD in the car right now. Yeah, they put that finally 28, 30, damn near 30 years later, the fucking album comes out. I'm listening to that motherfucker cringing. Like, yeah. The fuck? Young dummy. I'm on there saying all kind of shit. Like, praise everybody that this didn't come out. But it's, you know.
But you saw the growth, though.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. And it's hip hop heads, DJs that really love that album. You know what I mean? But for me, it was a terrible time.
It's a different time.
It was a terrible time. I was already married at that time with 5 kids. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I already had 4 by a wife, my wife and a child that was out of state.
You said 5 kids. Maybe you want to get them go to work right now.
Yeah. My publishing was called 5 Seeds.
Yeah.
For at that time. I got 10 now, but at that time it was 5.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
Then what, kids?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. So I got 6 daughters and 4 sons.
Spreading.
That's a
Spreading
beautiful
that seed,
legacy.
Yeah.
All of them well off. 2 of my daughters married. 2 of them got kids. They married. Well, one of them is engaged. I digress. The other one, and 2 of the other ones are married. And my youngest one is going to school for forensics. We got another baby that's doing well, and another baby that's doing very well.
That's what's
All
up.
right.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
And all my kids got
Busy,
diplomas,
man.
jobs, college degrees. You know what I mean?
That's
5
it.
different women. So that's how serious I sacrificed my career to make sure I was available for them. You feel me? And present. Make sure they had what I didn't have.
I feel
The
that.
music wasn't
Right.
more important than that to me. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because all the Dirty Birdy shit is just me is a 5-year-old black kid that didn't get no therapy for the trauma and shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
Nigga just trauma bonding with the music and shit. You know what I mean? It just spitting shit that I probably should have talked to somebody about, but didn't know how to manage that shit. So
That resonates with me.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you just
Ooh,
spew that
That's a
shit.
tough one for me because then I'm like, well, sometimes maybe it's like, fuck it. Because it's better to have the art than
You
the...
don't want niggas to heal?
I know it sounds fucked up, but I was like,
so okay,
I know it sounds fucked up. but I'm
so
like,
here's the thing though. Here's the thing though. The art is the
it's the healing.
yeah,
It's the healing.
The healing comes through the expression.
I don't
of the
feel
art.
like you learned that till later though, where you was like, "Oh shit, I didn't realize I was fucked up."
Nah, no, I knew early on I was fucked up, but you feel me? But I was able to hide my shit. I learned to cope very early. So I was a coper, man, and I'm a master at coping. You feel me? So I was able to work a job, be a dad, fucking,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Go make a beat, write some shit, you feel me? Go pretend like I like people. And I don't really like people. I don't like being
I wasn't
around
too good
people.
at that. I wasn't too good at
Like this right here is my ideal setting. When
Yeah.
I go do a show, I like to go, do my shit, and get the fuck on.
Yeah.
That's what I like
Yep.
to do. And some people take it like I'm being funny. No, motherfucker, I don't like large groups of people.
Yeah, me either.
People don't know that about
Yeah.
me. You know what I mean?
Sometimes you just don't want to hang out with motherfuckers out. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to mix
Nigga, I
and mingle.
don't-
Like
I
I'm
don't-
not here to mix and mingle. Like
I don't want to hang out.
Me
At my
either.
age, I don't want to hang out.
Me either.
that's
I want to go where I'm comfortable.
Yep.
Right.
And it ain't about,
Absolutely.
like you said, I ain't trying to be around a bunch of niggas.
Mm-mm.
No.
It's just saying, you know, and I love my people. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah, I
I
love
like
my folks.
seeing them
Yeah.
partying and shit over there.
Now look here.
But I don't want to. But getting back to your question.
Mhm.
So it was New Breed. I was on Mob Style. Then we were on Perspective. And then after that, we got offered to deal with Junior Regisford again, who was our A&R on Perspective. But Sly and I didn't take the deal. And then after that, we were going to do our own, you know, as independent artist projects or whatever, start going up to the Wake Up Show. Some things happen. Sly ended up signing with them. And me and like 4 of my friends ended up starting a label and putting a record out with international distribution. And so, you know, it is what it is. And then after that, I started my own shit. I got my own shit now.
That's what's up.
You feel me? So it's been a journey, and I got a lot of stories in between that.
Yeah, man.
But just to answer your question, that's the
So,
deals I've had.
what was the low you had mentally when trying to still continue with your career?
Oh man, the low
Yeah,
in terms of
like
mentally
yeah,
or
mentally, yeah, just
financially. What do you mean?
mentally, like I guess it ties into the next question, like the lows as far as mentally trying to question if you should still keep doing it. Did you ever have a time where you question if you should still be doing it, or if you can continue to do it? And trying to, like, I guess, navigate that and still keep the positive outlook, like I can still make this a career.
Mm. So I've fought probably since like 19 with whether I should still do it, right? Over and over and over. I have that fight every year,
Hmm.
right? I've had it several times this year, right? Because, the nigga's fucking tired, you know what I mean? And my fan base has been so fucking loving and so loyal and so patient with me. You know what I mean? They allow me to just drop singles and they complain. I see them in the comments, nigga, fuck this single. Where's the fucking album, nigga?
Yeah.
And because hip hop has gone through so many crazy different transitions and shit, and my preference for I like traditional hop. You feel me? I like really dope beats over pretty sounds. You know what I mean? And I like to do my psychology mixed with comedy, sprinkle with pornography shit over that. That's what I like doing
It's dope.
because of my sense of humor. Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
it's dope. Very dope.
Right. So, but that vibe and that sound isn't the present, vibration of choice sonically on the radio. And you know what I mean? There's a collective of us that still vibe like that. And I guess that's who I do it for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But sometimes motherfuckers feel like these niggas ain't worried about what I'm talking about no more.
I was gonna say most of that radio shit is trash to me.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. It is. It's pushing a terrible agenda. When I was coming up, man, you had your songs that made you want to have a girlfriend and treat her good. You know what I mean? The rap songs they wasn't calling motherfuckers out there. You might have one or two, and they was the key ones because they were special. It was only one or two of them. You know what I mean? And everybody else was just rapping regular. Regular being, I'm a better MC than you, or you got to love yourself, or, it's a party, or, you know what I mean? That's what motherfuckers was talking about when I was coming up. So, and, the people that are part of the agenda to take us to the second slavery, you know what I mean? They want to, because it's very influential, put things in a young, impressionable person's head that might make them make a poor choice and end up compromising their life or their freedom. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And it's all a financial thing.
I feel that.
You know what I'm saying?
Pop pills and kill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, sadly enough, some of it comes under some really nice drums. And some of it is just some fuckery that is fun to say. But you have to be able to separate that and then go, okay, that's just that song. We had fun singing it, but that's not how I'm going to engage going forth in my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In my pursuit of fucking, financial freedom.
Yeah, 'cause I know a lot of broke niggas that get pussy.
Yeah. I was one of them. Shit. I got 10 kids by 5 women. I fucked more than 10 times. Believe that shit. Caught me slipping. You know what I mean? Got me.
So
Oh my goddamn kid.
what's one talent or skill that people may not know you have?
I probably should have been a counselor or a therapist. There you go. I could have been a therapist. For whatever reason, I have a very good gift of discernment and I give really good advice, and people don't know that unless you know me. And I'm a natural barber too.
Oh,
Yeah. I do my own grooming. I was
saying he's here.
Mm.
I mean, that doesn't mean I'm gonna cut your beers.
He always trying to make connections and shit.
Right. Yeah.
I'm always trying to make connections, man.
I mean, I ain't mad at you. I'm just saying.
I feel like I can relate to that. I feel like I give good advice, but I can't take my own advice.
Mm.
It's like-
Sometimes I feel like that too.
I struggle with my own shit, but I can help people with theirs. It's weird.
You'd probably still be a good therapist because the first thing I learned in school was that therapists needed a therapist.
And you know what I do? That's true. I got one of those. I like to shave in the shower when I'm taking a shower. So I put one of those bathroom mirrors in that motherfucker. Man, I cuss myself out every fucking like 5 times a week, man. In that fucking mirror.
It helps out.
Yeah. Like, nigga, what the fuck, man?
I do that shit sometimes.
You're supposed to read. Yeah, man, I cuss myself because I'm my own daddy, nigga. Shit, I ain't.
I heard that.
There was a couple times. There was a couple times last week. I was like, man, you fucking up. Get your shit together.
That part. That's how you gotta. That's how you gotta do yourself, man.
Stop fucking up.
That's how you gotta do yourself.
You got it.
Excuse me. Yeah.
He said,
Yeah.
in the shower, though.
In the shower.
You be angry in the shower.
Hey, man. Fuck yeah, man. That's the start of the day, man.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
my
gonna be
pep talk.
angry in the shower.
Yeah, I
like-
mean, angry is a strong word. I don't necessarily angry, but you know what I mean. Unless I made a poor choice and I'm mad about my, you know what I mean. Like, brother, you know better. Why'd you do that?
You can't tell me, nigga, you ain't never looked in the mirror and been disappointed at yourself. Like, when you fuck.
No, in the mirror, but like in the shower, I'm usually like,
I mean,
I
because
try to
listen,
be like
if
tranquil
you're-
and shit.
if you're not the type of person that talks to people about your shit, right, and you just kind of talk to yourself about it, sometimes you need a face to look at to say that shit to.
Okay.
At least me. So
I
when I'm
do.
in that motherfucker, like I said, I cuss myself out sometimes.
I feel it.
You feel me?
I'm
and
in
it,
the car
and
with it,
and it
though.
helps me out. You know?
I don't cuss at other people. I cuss at myself in the car.
No, I cuss at other people too. God, I hate people driving.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, all day. You know,
Yeah.
why would you do that? That's my favorite shit. Why would you do that? Dumb as a box of fucking rocks.
That's my favorite.
Scoot your ass over. So you did all that just to get in front of me and go slow?
I say that shit all the
I
time.
hate everything about you. Don't even know this person. Get by them and they old. I'll be like, oh, I'm sorry, baby. Oh, but just move. Dang.
Yeah, they built the roads.
Yeah.
I'm fucking lying.
Every time I get cut off, the guy slow down. I say, look at you, played yourself. All that for what?
Stop.
Played yourself.
I love that.
So, what is your creative process when writing and creating verses or songs?
My creative process?
Yeah.
Presently, it's me and my phone. Presently, I'll keep it real. Growing up, I still have every notepad I've ever written a rhyme on. I got them front and back page. You know what I mean? In my music room at the crib, I just got a ridiculous amount of fucking notebooks. And I used to always just write to a beat. I'd have to have a beat first. Sometimes I'll come up with a hook in my mind and then I'll write some shit and figure I have to find a beat for it, you know? So sometimes it's that way. But mostly these days, I'll have a beat or we'll make up one on the spot. It depends on what project I'm working on, right? So, like I said, I love music. I've always sang and collected records and all that shit. So I have a project with a producer, Fingers, and it's under the name Dirty Hathaway, and I'm just singing on that shit.
That's dope.
And I'm rapping too, but not in the Dirty Birdy voice. You know, that's a whole different guy.
Wow, that's dope.
And then I have the Dirty Birdy stuff, and that stuff is mostly Stank sending me something or me going through my emails from a beat I had him send me several years ago, and it still sounds relevant to me. So, or it still makes me feel a certain kind of way. So I'll
Shout out to Dr. Stank.
yeah, shout out to Stank, my brother,
Yes.
and Funk Junk.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dre.
So, what projects do you have in the works? Well, you just mentioned one. What future projects do you have in the works that you want to do?
Future?
Yeah.
I'll probably go ahead and release the digital cardiac album, the Dirty Birdy digital cardiac album. I'm gonna go ahead and release it. I got probably like 4 or 5 singles out right now. on Spotify, Apple, whatever the hell. So I'm gonna do that, and then Fingers and I have been slowly releasing singles off of the Dirty Hathaway project. So I'm gonna finish that. I'm gonna do some videos and some reels for both of those things. My son, all my sons is spitters. My youngest baby is a monster. My son, shout out to my son Kahari. He just turned 26. He's a monster. Shout out to my son Lil Kari. He's a freestyle fanatic.
So have they all challenged you?
I don't think that they would do that because they grew up like literally sitting at my desk and going through my library. Like they know how much shit I have.
Yeah.
they wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
For fun, maybe. Just to fuck with me. Like, what would Pop say? But they haven't done that. But my youngest, he spits like me the most. Kahari, he got his own style and he raps in a low tone and he's dope as fuck. He's dope as fuck. I ain't just saying that.
Cool.
He's dope as fuck. I know good hip hop. Yeah, you make good hip hop.
I appreciate
He's dope as fuck. And then and my baby though, he is a bar god.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I like how you subtly just said that they can't see you.
Yeah,
Hey
politely.
man,
You got that confidence is. I love that.
Listen, it would take them too long to catch up. You know how many styles I've done?
Yeah,
I've done every style, and they've heard a shit ton of them. But I still got the vault in there in that closet with notebooks full of shit that I ain't never even spit to nobody.
That's fuck.
So not once, like every once in a while, you know, Junior, you got to try to like hit a jump shot on Pops once in a while.
I'm gonna tell you right now, at this age, man, go on there. Shit. If you can get one off, God bless you, little nigga.
Fuck with that.
Cause you ain't made me upset. You're my baby. I'm the reason why you can do what you do.
I love it.
That's dope.
Mhm.
That is very dope. So, Des, you ready?
Yeah.
You sure?
No, she ain't ready.
I don't have a choice but to be ready. First of all, I am high as hell over here.
Mm.
I've been hungry for 15 minutes.
I'm sorry, Dad.
You're fine.
Fucking secondhand smoke is the truth, ain't it? God dang.
I've been trying to hold it together for like 15 minutes.
God
That's
damn.
funny.
So,
15 good ones.
here we go.
Let's go.
Dirty Birdy, what is your top 5 dead or alive MCs?
All right. So I'm gonna tell you like this. All right. I've been listening to hip hop since 79. All right. You can't ask a nigga that's been listening to this shit for this long 5 funky ass people.
It don't have to be.
There's been decades and decades of MCs,
Yeah.
and there have been motherfuckers that were the top in their decade. So it's hard for me to go overall, this is, right? So what I'll tell you is this. For what has influenced me as a rapper or as an MC, if you will, and made me want to do it, because there's been a lot of groups that I vibe to, like Tribe Called Quest. I vibe to them. But as an MC, I don't listen to them for inspiration lyrically, for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like them as rappers, and they're dope. I would never take nothing from them. I would never diss them or say they were whack. They're not whack. But they don't motivate somebody like me to write something, keeping it live.
Mm-hmm.
No disrespect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they wouldn't be in my top 5 MCs. You know what I'm saying? If we're talking about MCs that inspired and influenced me, mine starts from when I first started wanting to fuck with this shit.
Mm-hmm.
But first and foremost, like DMX told my cousin Sly, he said, nigga, who's the nigga out there? Out here in IE.
Yeah.
Sly got the name and different nigga. He stopped that nigga and said, nigga, you supposed to say you. You supposed to say you first. The fuck? Right?
Right.
So me, nigga, I'm my number motherfucking one. But for who influenced me when I was a little nigga, off the rip, shout out to Stank. I'm gonna tell you who I learned what from who. From Melle Mel, I learned breath control as an MC. I didn't know nothing about punching in and shit like that. It didn't sound like he was punching. I don't know. Maybe they were. But for me, he was rapping that shit all the way through. And I couldn't hear when he was taking a breath. It's breath control.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So my first guy is going to be Melle Mel for me because of breath control. LL Cool J is who made me want to rap, though. I learned vocabulary and stage presence from LL Cool J. Slick Rick is the reason why I went home and wrote the rap that day, because I repeated his shit when I was in the 9th grade. I like Slick Rick because of his cleverness, his wittiness, his style, and his charisma. Now, as somebody being here in 86, I'm writing, and all these East Coast niggas is the shit. Who was the shit for me at that time in conjunction with those guys, but was a West Coast nigga, was Ice Cube. Ice Cube is my nigga. But before Cube, we didn't have a whole lot of motherfuckers that was bar niggas. It was King T. King T, believe me. So King T, Ice Cube, then it's Rakim, then it's KRS, then it's Cool G Rap, then it's Big Daddy Kane and Grand Poobah, then Pharoah Monch, then Tretch, then Nas, then Redman, Killer Priest, Rod Digger, Eminem and Kendrick. Now, it don't mean that I don't love a whole bunch of other motherfuckers for their shit, right? Because I love some of everybody. Like, real talk. Motherfuckers that niggas be like, oh, that nigga. Nah, nigga, I like him for what he does. That nigga's good at doing him. I fucks with that nigga shit. Because I'm not comparing him to somebody else, right? This ain't no comparison game for me, right? I like you for what you do, not because you remind me of Whoopty Whoop or, you know, this nigga rap better than you. Nah, nigga, you dope as fuck. I like you for, nigga, you doing you. Nigga, that shit sound dope to me. You feel me?
Good way to look at it.
That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I don't have to be like comparing this one to that one and all that. That nigga's dope at what he does. That nigga's dope at what he does. Do I have more songs that resonate with me by this nigga than this nigga because of the beat selections and maybe he's know how to write verses or hooks better? Yeah. But that don't mean this nigga ain't dope as fuck too. I fucks with both of these niggas. That's how I look at it.
I fuck with it.
So I don't have a top 5 like that. Sorry.
You cool with that, Des?
Yeah, that was a great list. I don't have any complaints.
Okay.
Sure?
I'm positive.
Or you holding it in?
I'm not holding anything in.
Well, you can't.
I don't have
So, what are your socials so they can get at you?
I am Dirty Birdy on Insta, Dirty Birdy 909 on TikTok, Dirty Birdy 909 I want to say on Twitter. I don't really be on Twitter. I mostly engage on like Insta and TikTok. And also, you know, for the dinosaur vibe, I fuck with Facebook, family, and you know what I mean, niggas I grew up with and shit. I like seeing that.
Damn, that's crazy.
But that's under my government,
You're old now.
which is Kareem Jermaine.
So
I'm the old man now because I'm
You
a
on
Facebook nigga. Yeah.
You feel me? I'm on Facebook, nigga, too. I fuck with it.
So I want to say thank you again for being a part of this today. This has like been it's like my favorite episode, bar none.
For sure, man. Thank you for having me, man.
I learned a lot. I didn't get a contact high like Des,
Oh.
but I did get a
I
high
know you
from.
did,
I'm over
man.
here high as a
Damn.
kite.
Damn.
It's too late, baby. I'm over here high as a kite.
But I do the game you dropped, the charisma, the fact that you said you fuck with my music just made me fucking. It just made my day. So again,
did it inspire you
like, I've been writing. You know, I've been writing the last few days. What are you talking about?
to release?
Excuse me.
I
You write
don't
all
know.
the time.
I do write all the time.
The question is, are you gonna release?
We'll see.
You
But
have to.
I just know this man inspires a lot of us, specifically me, and it meant a lot for you to show up here.
Can I ask a question real quick? Is it possible to get a McFly Dirty Birdy song together?
Oh, I would love that.
Can we make that happen?
Oh, I would love that.
Shoot me the beat. My only stipulation is whatever it is, we got to shoot video for it.
Oh, I love that.
I'm with that.
As long as we shoot a video for it, we can do it.
All right.
Okay.
That is dope.
Because everything I do going forward in my life that I learn, I do it like I'm doing it for TV. I take everything serious. I don't just do it just to do it. So if we're going to do it, let's do it.
Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I fucks with you. It's nothing. It's nothing.
That just made my fucking week, month,
All right.
year. But again, I want to thank you for being here.
Thanks.
You're always welcome back.
Always welcome.
And it's been a vibe. And show your love, support, like, subscribe, share, and comment.
All that shit.
Till next time, we love you. Peace.
Yo, and real quick.
Oh, yes.
My shirts. Yo.
Pick the shirt.
Hit me about the shirt. You mind letting them see the back?
Oh, yeah. Let me.
Come to the back.
Shit, I don't want to fucking fall.
My bad. Yeah. That's that
Oh, I
Dirty
like
Birdie.
it. That's so cute.
Got that Dirty Birdie right there. You feel me? Get at me. I got all sizes. You feel me? $25. Holla at a real one. I got hats too. Tweet.
Peace.
Peace.
This has been another episode of the Heavyweight Podcast, Talk Yo Shit. One thing about me, baby, I'm showing up every week to see who coming to talk they shit. Y'all better show up with me. See you there. Bye.